The UAW endorsed Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden back in April. Today, his wife Jill Biden will be making a stop at a UAW plant in Saginaw.
I think that labor in general has, for the past few years, has been questioning its relationship to the Democratic Party for a long time.
Jason Kosnowski is a political science professor at the University of Michigan-Flint. He says labor unions are fed up, and if Biden becomes president and doesn't show up, they'll be disappointed once again.
Many in the labor movement were quite disappointed with the Obama administration, promising a reform of labor law that never happened. Most people in the labor movement think that Trump doesn't have a lot to offer them.
Pointing to promises made by the Trump administration on trade and manufacturing that he says didn't turn out.
Really looking for the Biden administration to fulfill a promise that they feel that has been broken over and over again.
Which he says includes improving labor laws, investing in infrastructure, and a big stimulus payment after the economic devastation caused by COVID-19.
If Biden doesn't deliver on this, I think people are really going to start rethinking not whether they're going to vote for Democrats or not, but how much money they're going to give, how much time they're going to give, how much turnout they're going to do.
I'm Jamie Sherrod, WNEM TV5.